Hello, guys. This is Courtlandt Griffin with BLEAV TV. I'm joined by Erin Coscarelli, part of BLEAV Rams. We're at Radio Row here during Super Bowl Media Week. Erin, how's it going?
It's so fun. I mean, it's really funny. There was a video of a joke about being at Radio Row and seeing everyone, and
Yeah.
they're like, same question you keep getting at.
Oh,
When do you
repetitive.
get in? When do you leave? You going to the
Yeah.
game? So it's fun. It's like sensory overload. I've already lost my voice, but I'm
Oh,
having a
yeah.
good time.
All the repetitive stuff,
Right.
right? But repetition is fun when you're talking sports and football, definitely NFL. Let's just hop into it, right? The Rams had a pretty surprising year this year.
I know.
You guys had two great rookie defensive linemen that really came on strong. That defense came on strong. Got you guys all the way to the divisional round. To, of course, right into the eventual NFC champions and then the Philadelphia Eagles. Did you see this season coming from those guys?
No, of course not. I mean, especially when you lose a guy like Aaron Donald and there's a void in the locker room with his leadership and you've got a new DC and Chris Shula, but I'm excited about it. I'm excited about the future, and a lot of people have high hopes for what this defense is going to look like. And I think, the Rams, like you said, had a lot of issues, especially in the beginning part of the season, dealing with injuries and stuff. And then they figured it out. And I think what actually might have helped was people needed to rely on the defense. The
Right.
defense needed to step up to sort of carry the load. They weren't scoring 30 points a game during a stretch, but I think the future is bright. We'll see how things pan out. But defensive rookie of the year potentially with
Right,
Jared
Jared
Verse, right?
Verse. Right, Braden Fisk is no slouch either. Got to cover that guy at Florida State, and both of those guys are monsters. One of their teammates actually, and Fabian Lovett is playing for the Chiefs. So Florida State's really strong in the NFL right now. But let's just stick with the Rams. Matthew Stafford, right? The elephant in the room right now is how is that offense going to look going into now 2025, 2026? Because Matthew Stafford may not be with the team next year. Maybe, we don't know. That's a tentative. You didn't hear that from me. And then Cooper Cup, there's the elephant in the room of Cooper Cup. With Puka Nakua being there and being such a young stud, and then Cooper Cup being such a solid guy, former Triple Crown winner. Where do you see this team going if Cooper is not part of the future? Do you see them maybe going for a receiver in the draft, or maybe trying to go get a T. Higgins?
Right. Yeah. No, and that was what Sean McVay said, as they were heading into the offseason. They want to kind of diversify the offense. Look, it's a bottom line business. The NFL cares about results. And Cooper hasn't been healthy since 2021 for a full season. So what are they going to do? He's expensive. He's 31 years old, and you've got a young, stud like you said in Puka. So they're going to try to diversify the offense. Look, they might draft someone as a running back to get support for Kyron. It'll be interesting, but Les Snead does a very good job at restructuring contracts.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see what will happen with Stafford. They restructured his contract during this past off season, heading into the season. The future's bright. I think whenever you have Sean McVay as a head coach, the defense, I think in the division, I think things will hopefully pan out in the Rams' favor.
Oh yeah, again, that's a young team, young nucleus. Sean McVay, believe it or not, is still a young NFL coach, even though it seems like he's been around.
I
It
think
seems like forever.
isn't he younger than Stafford?
Yeah, I think he's like
or same age maybe.
barely 40. So
Yeah.
guy looks like a supermodel. So that's fair. So let's just go. We're here. We're doing this week, right? Everything else aside, we've got two juggernauts of a team
Yeah.
going head to head for the second time in three years. What are your thoughts on the game, and how monumental is it to see a guy like Patrick Mahomes at just 28 years old already kind of dominating the NFL that we haven't seen or we didn't think was going to be done again outside of Tom Brady?
Yeah, and a lot of those sort of headlines leading up the last 2 weeks have been, does this now make, if he does in fact get the three-peat, does he now become like the new GOAT in town? Think what you want to think. Look, Tom Brady, what he's been able to achieve over the course of 20 years is unbelievable. But it's nice to see in the NFL a new regime take over, and what Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid are capable of doing. They're just lethal, and they have such great situational football IQ. That's why you give the guy 30 seconds, he drills it down the field and scores a touchdown on the very end of the game. So I'm excited. Look, if it wasn't going to be the Rams, the Eagles are unbelievable. I'm excited to see what Vic Fangio is going to do. Saquon Barkley, I'm happy for him. But I think it's hard not to go the Patrick Mahomes route, just being that he's been there before, and you just can never count out that duo of him and Andy Reid.
Oh yeah. And then just one last question before you have to go. Prediction for the game: Eagles, Chiefs. You can give a score prediction if you want.
I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I really don't know. I think it's going to be
It's so hard. I know
by
the
a
pressure's there.
touchdown. I just can't not say it's going to be the Chiefs. I've done that too many times, like back to back. So I'm going to say the Chiefs. Let's see here, 37-32.
Hopefully it doesn't jinx them, but hey, we got Chiefs. You heard it here first. Again, Erin, thank you for your time. This is a really important lady, guys. So she cut out some time out of her week to join us. Again, this is Courtlandt Griffin joining you guys from Radio Row. Thank you.